and welcome to ABC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism, bringing you the latest news highlights of the hour. I am Tabitha John. To stay with us, the top stories. Commander-in-Chief of Ethiopian Armed Forces Abiy Ahmed affirmed ENDF's staunch position in defending national and regional peace. And African women scholars suggest the need to harness women's potential for sustainable development. The Ethiopian army will continue to be a staunch force in the efforts to maintain national, regional, and world peace. The remark was made here today by Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Abiy Ahmed, during the 116th National Defense Day. As large crowds cheered him, Abiy underlined that the army deterred several foreign aggressions and maintained the unity and sovereignty of the nation. Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces, Field Marshal Burhanu Jula, Deputy Chief of Staff, General Ababaw Taddese, Speaker of the Parliament, Taggese Chafo, and former FEDRI President Mulatu Teshome, army chiefs of various African countries, along with several dignitaries and military officers, have attended the National Army Day event, which took place at the Meskel Square. The day is observed to renew commitment and dedication of the gallant army in ensuring peace and stability of the country and to demonstrate the military preparedness as well as sustain the legacy of the army. The Government Communication Service said Ethiopia retains an army that sustained through generational relay and maintained the well-being of the nation. The Communication Service stated that Ethiopian soldiers, having limited arms and military trainings, defeated foreign invaders at the battles of Adwa and Karamara and maintained a sovereign country. According to the statement, the army continues to be a symbol of gallantry and a source of pride, calling upon Ethiopians to stand with the National Defense Force. Speaker of the House of Federation, Agenyaw Teshagar, delivered a keynote speech at the 147th Assembly of the Interparliamentary Union in Luanda, Angola. Spanning from October 23rd to October 27th, 2023, the Assembly undertook various sessions to provide a platform for delegates to deliberate, exchange views, and galvanize parliamentary action in this area. The Assembly is expected to adopt resolutions on the emergency and subject items taken up by the Standing Committee on Democracy and Human Rights. Welcome back. You're watching ABC World. African women scholars said Africa can reach its goals of sustainable development by tapping into the power of women everywhere, arguing that African women haven't been given the same opportunities and haven't been able to reach their full potential. The scholars said that women are at a time when it's important for them to earn what they deserve. Speaking with the scholars, Johannes Ventahun has the following story.
While there has been a steady increase in women's political and economic participation in Africa over the years, there is a perception that it has yet to reach a critical mass. This is attributed to a number of factors, including restrictive policies, social taboos, and lack of equitable opportunities. Speaking to ABC, African women scholars argued, even though things have gotten better, there is still a lot more work to be done.
I will say that in this aspect and in this area, we are coming up. We're not there yet. We have great countries that are doing very, very well.
It boils down to what we are seeing currently in Namibia and in Rwanda, like I said. So these two countries have made deliberate efforts, and we are seeing the results of this effort by the number of women we are seeing in their political appointments and in some elective positions. So that deliberate effort has to be made by all African heads of state. We are looking forward to the fact that in the next 10-15 years, there should be, if not 50-50, there should be 45-50 across board in Africa. And this can happen if collectively women come together to push this agenda and make their respective head of government know why it is important for them to be at the table to address issues that concern women and girls.
According to Mary, who argues that women do not acquire political power as a gift, but rather as a right, although the political landscape in Africa is not auspicious, it should be ratified through participation.
Now, one thing is sure, if we sit down and fold our hands and wait for that power to be handed over to us, that might and that could never, maybe it won't happen. Maybe it will take another generation. But again, like I said, power is taken. So we need to have voices. We need to, as women, we need to come together. We need to be able to say, okay, we are together. What do we want to achieve? And that is how we are going to do it. Brick by brick, putting a brick after another. Rome, they say, was not built in a day, but we can do it. If we put a little bit of drop, it might make an ocean. So it's about bringing out as our effort, using women that are already there to mentor other women, to bring other women up, to pass policies, pass strategies in the House of Parliament, policies that will benefit women. And in order for us to do that, we need more women in power.
The Global Gender Gap Index positioned Namibia among the 9 best performers to close more than 80% of the overall gender gap in the world.
And finally, from across the continent, Nigeria's Supreme Court has thrown out one of the 2 opposition challenges to President Bola Tinubu's election win. Atiku Abubakar, who came second, had sought to reverse February's presidential election, alleging it was marred by irregularities. The election petition court upheld Tinubu's victory last month, but the opposition insisted Nigeria's highest court should quash the judgment. The judges are due to rule shortly on a similar challenge by Peter Obi. The election was the most fiercely contested since the end of military rule in 1999, with 3 strong candidates for the first time. Mr. Tinubu won with 37% of votes cast against 29% for Mr. Abubakar and 25% for Mr. Obi. A presidential election result has never been overturned in Nigeria. That's all we had for now. I'm Tabitha John. Thank you for watching. Have a good time.